Tonight on NewsCenter, we visited the Claypool Young Art Building to talk about the current and upcoming art exhibits. Greek members talk with us about the COVID-19 pandemic and its effect on their philanthropy work. Career Services is hosting their annual career fair virtually this year. This and much more to come tonight on NewsCenter. Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Cassidy Stearman here with Keneally Roberts. Here's what's making headlines for September 24th, 2020. Morehead State University's Educational Talent Search program had a successful summer of helping recent high school graduates get into college. The program used weekly texts to stay connected with students and parents about options after high school. The program's academic coordinator, Camille Hamilton, says the use of social media has helped the 2020 summer mentoring program have more participants than any year before. For more information on Educational Talent Search, visit moreheadstate.edu/ETS. The COVID-19 pandemic is impacting other aspects of the student experience, Greek life. NewsCenter has details.
In addition to enforcing masking and social distancing guidelines, university administration has limited the number of campus gatherings and shortened the semester by nearly a month. This has led to major changes for Greek life organizations all across campus. Gage Webb is the Vice President of Communications for MSU's chapter of Sigma Phi Epsilon. He says the pandemic has made virtual recruitment the only possibility for his fraternity, which has been difficult.
It's hard to compel a guy to want to pay sums of money to be your friend online for a month. So we kind of have to get creative sometimes in helping guys understand that, it's more than just, the friendship aspect that you're paying for. You're paying for so much more than that.
Beyond recruitment, Webb says even the philanthropy aspect hasn't escaped the pandemic unscathed.
It's hard to figure out how we're going to raise money for our local philanthropies, our national philanthropies. Certain places aren't allowing visitors in, so it's hard to find volunteer opportunities around the surrounding counties.
Webb says following guidelines is important, but it's practically destroyed the social aspect of Greek life, especially the rituals involved.
It's hard to meet with all of your brothers or, if you're in a sorority, all your sisters in person to put people through necessary ceremonies.
In a typical year, Webb says his fraternity hosts a variety of events, but amid the pandemic, that hasn't really been possible.
We also do the J.B. Blakeman Memorial Golf Scramble, and we didn't get to do that. In the spring, we usually do Special Olympics for our philanthropy week or P week. We didn't get to do that either last semester, and I don't really foresee it happening next semester either.
Despite all the challenges Greek life is experiencing due to the pandemic, Webb remains optimistic.
Right now, we're trying to hit the ground running and catch everyone up from last semester and this semester.
For schedules and updates about Greek events, follow MSU fraternity and sorority life on Twitter and Instagram. For NewsCenter, I'm Keneally Roberts.
A woman in Arlington, Kentucky was charged with a DUI, possession of a controlled substance, reckless driving, and child endangerment of the 4th degree this past Monday. Vicki Moore was pulled over late Monday afternoon for not wearing her seatbelt and appeared under the influence. Kentucky State Police called in a canine unit to search the car and found what looked like methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia, which was in close proximity to a 17-month-old child. More details on this case will be released at a later date. The MSU Art Department's annual Senior Art Show was canceled last semester due to the university's COVID-19 policies. To make up for the loss, this semester's faculty shows features several of the last year's seniors. NewsCenter was there.
The Galding Yang Art Gallery is hosting their latest installment of student and faculty works. Director Melissa Youngblith spoke of the event in great detail.
So the exhibition that we have going on right now until October, I believe the 8th or 9th, is a combination exhibition. So we're working a little bit differently this semester because of COVID-19. Last spring, our student and BFA exhibitions did not occur in person. They did have online exhibitions. But so we wanted to offer up time and space for those seniors who made bodies of work in order to graduate to be able to exhibit. And then typically at the beginning of the fall would be our annual faculty exhibition. So that's the second part of the combination. We are open to the public from, I believe, 9 a.m. to around 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It's not our typical hours. These are our COVID-19 hours. And then everything's spaced out so that people can socially distance. So it's a really light exhibition. When I install the show with my amazing crew, I have 5 gallery assistants who I can't install shows without. So when we installed the exhibition, we tried to space everything out so that if a class came in here, which is typical, that a class will come in here so that they could distance themselves socially with masks on and didn't need to crowd in front of a single piece of artwork. Just due to COVID-19, don't let that keep you from coming in here. It's pretty quiet right now in the building. So if you're scared of crowds like I am, I would say take advantage of it and come over here and look at the artwork, because you're probably not going to run into very many people at all and have a nice art experience. It's kind of scary to go to museums right now, in my opinion. So you get some contemporary art in here by some incredible professional artists.
For NewsCenter, I'm Daniel Miller.
Social work major Michaela Harris is the 2020 recipient of the Jerry Gore African American Heritage Scholarship. Harris is a graduate of Montgomery County High School. The scholarship was established in 2018 in memory of MSU alumnus Dr. Jerry Gore. Dr. Gore worked at MSU for 27 years, where he taught African American heritage and advocated for its preservation. The scholarship is awarded to MSU sophomores who display activity in campus diversity. We'll be right back with your weather forecast after the break.
Welcome to Addicts Anonymous. Please state your name and why you're here today.
I'm Mitchell O'Neill, and I'm addicted to toys.
My name is Mindy Brooke. I'm 19 years old, and I'm addicted to pencils.
My name is John Talon, and I'm addicted to Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches.
Introducing the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, located on the second floor of ADUC at Morehead State University. A sandwich made with tasty hand-breaded chicken seasoned to perfection. Only at Chick-fil-A. Feed your addiction.
Hello, Morehead State. Let's get y'all caught up on this week's weather. Currently in Morehead, we're sitting at 75 degrees. It's partly cloudy. The humidity is actually at 50% with winds at 4 miles an hour. Across the state, we're all primarily staying around the 70s. Morehead 75, Lexington 72. London's actually at our lowest at 63, along with Bowling Green at 63, and Paducah is at 68. For tonight, it's going to be cloudy with a low of 60 degrees, a 20% chance of precipitation, and the sun setting at 7:26. For tomorrow, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 74, with the sun rising at 7:24. Your 7-day forecast, we're primarily staying around in the 70s. Saturday and Sunday are going to be around 80 degrees. We're staying partly cloudy, mostly cloudy throughout the week, with the exception of Monday and Tuesday. Exception of Monday being rainy. And Tuesday is going to be dropping us down into the 60s. That's all we have for this week's weather, and let's take it back to Cassidy.
The Chinese social media app TikTok was recently bought by American companies Oracle and Walmart. Oracle will have 12.5% ownership, Walmart will have 7.5% ownership, and ByteDance, the Chinese-based company that currently owns TikTok, will retain the other 80% of ownership. This news comes after President Trump announced in August that he would ban TikTok unless an American company took ownership by late September. Since the deal has emerged, the ban has now been pushed back until September 27th. If all goes to plan, the ban will end. A new U.S. company known as TikTok Global will be formed.
Students for Change is a new organization on campus whose goal is to fight social injustices and promote change in the Moorhead area. Their goal is to encourage students to engage in tough conversations in order to take on new perspectives and to help them form their own opinions. For more information or to join Students for Change, message their Instagram account at S4CMSU.
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected MSU students in a variety of ways. Megan Jones talked to students about how the pandemic has altered their class schedules and daily routines.
COVID-19 has affected each individual's lifestyle and daily routine. I interviewed several college students and asked them how COVID-19 has not only affected their daily lifestyle, but how it's affected their college classes.
Most of my classes are in person, so it hasn't affected it that much. But for my botany class, I have, well, some of it's online and then some of it is in person, so that kind of messes it up a little bit.
Usually, being an exercise science major, we have early classes, so I'm used to having early days, getting most of my classes done before 12. Now it's a little bit different because a lot of our classes are online now, so it's a benefit because I get to sleep in a little bit more, but it's also a negative because I just don't have the same motivation as I had having a schedule and going to class consistently.
Very different, I would say, than from when I was in high school. A lot of things are like hybrid, like half in person, half in class. It's a little harder to understand the professors with like the mask and stuff like that. So, and like to make new friends.
Well, more of my classes are online now because my teachers, some of them are in the range where they can get sick easier. So, but all of my classes I can take online.
It's actually been a lot different than I expected. The masks, it's actually, I don't really know what the word to use for it. It's annoying.
Right off the start, my first week, a couple of classes were automatically changed. It went from having like 2 classes in Combs to having 1 in ADUC and Combs and then 3 online, which was really interesting to go through.
I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and we like to do a lot of service projects. So we like to have social events, do things for students, and we haven't been able to do that. So it's kind of, boring. It took a lot of the fun out of, being here, going to Moorhead.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Megan Jones, your woman on the street.
Moorhead State University's men's basketball team has been working long hours to prepare for the upcoming season. Since COVID-19 has prevented the team from having practices at full capacity, head coach Preston Spradlin has found ways to help players bond as a team while practicing in smaller capacities. Spradlin says that even though the practices don't look the same as they did last season, they've been able to find their own rhythm. This season's team is going to be one of the largest teams that MSU has ever had. Spradlin is staying optimistic and anticipating that spectators will still be able to attend games.
We'll be right back after the break.
Come on down to your one-stop place for anything you need on campus. The bookstore is your place to get any school supplies or art supplies that you might need. After that, you can head upstairs to grab a bite to eat. If you need to study or hold a meeting, go to the 3rd floor for a quiet place to sit. So head on down to ADUC. We'll see you soon.
Let's look at what kinds of masks you should wear to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. N95 masks provide the best fit and protection from airborne particles. Surgical masks, though they don't fit as tightly, still provide excellent protection from airborne particles. Though cloth masks aren't as protective, they are the most widely available and are still better than wearing no mask at all. According to a study from Duke University, neck gaiter masks should be avoided at all costs as they are actually worse than wearing no mask at all. That's all there is to it.
Apple has released a new iOS update for iPhones. The all-new widgets allows people to customize their home screen to fit their aesthetic. The update also introduces a new feature called Smart Stack that saves screen space and uses device intelligence to surface the right widget at the right time. A new app library that automatically organizes apps into categories has also been included in the update. For more information on iOS 14, visit support.apple.com.
Career Services has made changes to their annual career fair. Stephen Banks was able to gather more info on their new plans.
The Fall Career and Intern Fair will be held virtually for students who are preparing to seek future job opportunities.
The virtual career and internship fair is designed to connect our students and alumni with employers and with graduate programs. So it's a chance for our students to chat with the recruiters, to learn a little bit more about the opportunities that they have available. We quickly over the summer pivoted to trying to put together an online career and internship fair. So we're using a software that we think does a great job of simulating an in-person career fair. We are expecting around 50 plus organizations. They'll be from a variety of industries. And we actually have some organizations participating in this fair that have never participated in our in-person events because it was too cost prohibitive for them to travel. So we're using our Eagle CareerNet software, so students can hit our homepage, moreheadstate.edu/career, and there's a banner there about the career fair and has a link where you can go in and go ahead and register as a job seeker, and then the day of you'll see the opportunities to engage in those chats or the group chats. So students will need an Eagle CareerNet account, which all students should already have, whether you know that or not. If you've never logged in, you would use the forgot password option. My tip I would give students would be to star the organizations they're interested in now ahead of time. And then I would also say dress professionally because it is going to be video based.
Students will have two options with the software, one being a one-on-one video chat and the other is a group chat.
We really hope that you'll take advantage of the Career and Internship Fair. It's a great chance to meet employers in graduate schools, find out about jobs and internships, and make connections.
Reporting for NewsCenter, this is Stephen Banks.
A new Starbucks will be opening in Moorhead next year. The popular coffee establishment will be located right off Interstate 64 at 475 Hampton Way. Developers say that construction is slated to begin in mid-October, and Starbucks is anticipated to open by late April of 2021.
We'll be right back after the break.
That's all the news we have for you tonight. Tune in next week for your latest news update. And from all of us here at NewsCenter, thanks for watching.